So maybe I felt guided to come on and do a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective. So I'm going to start with the Soul Tarot. Spirit, what is it this collective needs to see and hear at this time regarding their journey? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we start with the Eight of Wands. Okay, this is on pages 52 and 53. These numbers could be relevant for you. When Eight of Wands shows up in a reading, it's a signal that something is in motion and already on its way to us. How might we trust in this process and keep ourselves open and available to receive what's coming? So you're being asked to make sure you are opening yourself up to be ready to receive. Next, we have the Two of Wands coming out. Okay, and this is on pages 48, on page 48, okay. Two of Wands indicates that we're at the beginning stages of our journey in some way. Things are just starting to simmer and come together, which is beautiful. They and you are moving with perfect timing, and you don't have to rush. Trust in where you are. So Spirit's saying you do have movement coming. Trust in what is happening, okay? Next, we do have the Tower coming out, number 16 in the Major Arcana. Ruled by Mars, a clearing, this page is 40, on page 40, a clearing and burning away of something in our lives that might have been built on a shaky foundation so we can begin to heal and tend to the wound underneath. The Tower is a deep and transformative and often intense shift in the bedrock of our lives. Yeah. So you could have a very intense ending coming, but endings are absolutely necessary for new beginnings. Next, we have the Nine of Cups. Turtles could be relevant to you. I'm drawn to the turtle on the card. Nine of Cups is on page 63. The tenderest and most vulnerable energy. Nine of Cups is a hope and a dream of something better for ourselves and the world. A deep wish or heart's desire. We are invited to be brave enough to really open to this longing, letting ourselves feel it all and name what we're longing for. You cannot manifest what it is you want if you can't name what it is you want, okay? Next, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, you should always be open to receiving better than what you're asking for from the universe. But at the same time, don't be afraid to ask for too much. The universe is not on a budget. Okay, Eight of Pentacles is on pages 83 and 84. Those numbers could be relevant for you. Eight of Pentacles is a training ground, an invitation to gain mastery and knowledge through practice, repetition, and applied skill. We change and transform in this card by showing up again and again, despite our failures or stumbles. It's a reminder that there's no shortcut through this process. Eight of Pentacles encourages us to keep coming to the page, to the mat, to the wheel again and again. Okay, and frogs could also be relevant for you. Next, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is on pages 112 and 113. Those numbers could be relevant for you. An invitation to be of service through our lived experience, our own ancient and well-earned wisdom. Like the Great Basin bristlecone pine, the oldest tree in existence, you have survived, endured, and seen so much. How might your wise and wild encounters help through their own? How might you give yourself more credit for that wisdom that you currently are? Okay, so I feel like it's referring to the wisdom you've gained on this journey, and you're being asked to share that wisdom to help others. I feel like this could be directly linked to your mission work. Okay, your mission work will be linked to whatever it is that you are drawn to do. that helps others, that can bring income in for you. Okay, next we have the Queen of Wands, and I feel like this is you, the Witch. Queen of Wands is the Witch energy. Queen of Wands is the Witch of the Tarot. This energy is a call to come back to our magic, to work with our altar, to set intentions, to draw down the moon. It can also help shift and expand our ideal of magic beyond those paradigms. Perhaps for you, magic is gardening, knitting, protesting, or painting. Whatever sparks the sense of alchemy for you is where you'll find the Queen of Wands. This energy is also a fierce reminder that we're beautifully and potently intuitive, despite the story that our inner critic might be telling us. Okay, and for me, this is my witchiness is found through my meditation practices, but through doing my tarot, right? And then finally, we have the Ace of Cups that came out. Okay, Ace of Cups is page 57. That number could be relevant for you. Ace of Cups is the beginning of a journey of unconditional self-love, reparenting, and self-honoring. What is our heart asking for? How do we long to be nurtured and cared for? How might we offer ourselves a gesture of support that feels truly good? Okay, so there's kind of been a heavy thing about self-care in this reading. So definitely self-care should be a focus right now for this collective. Self-care is always important. You can't pour from an empty cup, Divine Feminine, so make sure you're taking care of you before you try to take care of others. Now I'm going to pull a goddess card for the day. So what goddess energy do we need to be taken in today, Spirit? What goddess energy? Okay, we got 3 of them. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We're going to start with Bridget and Spirit. Oh, we got 4 of them. Okay. Perhaps this reading's for a large collective. Bridget's on pages 38, 39. Those numbers could be relevant for you. Bridget, which means bright, is a Celtic triple goddess of fire. The fire of inspiration, smithcraft, poetry, healing, and divination. Her inspiration was vital to the bards who called upon her freely. Legend says that Bridget was born with a flame reaching out from the top of her head, connecting her with the universe. The new Christian and old pagan Bridget were merged into Saint Bridget in AD 450. Saint Bridget, daughter of a Druid, was a goldsmith and healer. 19 priestesses nuns guard her sacred fire in Kildare, Ireland. On the 20th of each month, it is said she appears and tends it herself. Bridget comes to ignite you with inspiration. Are you feeling a lack of direction, motivation, energy? Is your path gone out of focus? Your life become unclear? Are you yearning for something but can't quite put your finger on it? It is a time to nurture wholeness by taking in the sparkle and crackle of inspiration. Bridget says that a life without the fire of inspiration is dull indeed. She further counsels that by allowing inspiration to nurture your life, you become sharper, clearer, and more energetic. Beautiful. Next we have Maeve, responsibility. Okay, Maeve's page is 113, 114, 115. I'm not going to read the poems today. Maeve, whose name means intoxicating, was associated with Ireland and represented the land's sovereignty in its magical center Tara. Over time, she became diminished to Maeve, the queen, who could outrun horses, confer with birds, and bring men into the heat of desire with a mere look. In the Irish epic, the Táin Colgain, Maeve argues with her king over who has the most wealth, since in Celtic custom, the wealthier one in the partnership is the ruler. He won because he had a magical bull. She decided to steal a magical red bull for herself. After much battle and bloodshed, Maeve won the red bull. However, when the two bulls met, they ripped each other to shreds. Maeve strides boldly into your life to challenge you with the task of taking responsibility for your life. It is time for you to become queen of your domain by becoming aware of, then accountable for all that you do, all that you are, all that you believe. Are there places within you that seem as uncertain as uncharted waters? Do you seem to live your life on automatic as if you've been programmed by someone else? Perhaps you've been drifting along in a particular situation instead of finding out if this is the best place for you. Or you're not willing to own your pieces, to acknowledge what you've done to help create the situation or relationship you are now in. Maeve is here to remind you that the way to wholeness is by taking responsibility for your life, whatever shape it is in. For only by taking responsibility, by acknowledging where you are, who you are, what you are, can you create something different. And that is so true. Because if you can't admit to who and what you are, if you can't see it, how could you change it? I need to grab a drink of water real quick. And then I mentioned Tara. Now we got Tara actually coming out. Okay. Okay, Tara's page is 169 and 170, so those numbers could be relevant for you. Tara, who originated in India and whose name means star, is a major goddess in the Tibetan pantheon. She's known to help those who call upon her in tumultuous times of need, to steer a clear path, to find the stillness and strength within. She's also the goddess of self-mastery and mysticism. From the first tear of compassion, a lake was formed. From the middle of this lake, a lotus emerged. When it bloomed, Tara emerged. Although offered reincarnation in male form, she swore to be ever incarnated as a woman. Tara's here to remind you to center. It is time to nourish wholeness by going within and strengthening your center by focusing your awareness. Let the turmoil of life go on without you. It's hard to hear your own voice in the midst of frenzy of life. Go into the quiet, go into the calm. When you return, you will be stronger and more capable of dancing with what life has to offer. And then we have Azumi that came out. Laughter. Page 171, 172, and 173. Ancient Japan's shaman goddess is credited as being the one to entice the sun goddess Amaterasu Omikami out of the cave where she had hidden. Azumi did a body dance making fun of shamanic ritual. She exposed her breasts, she played with her genitals, amidst the house of laughter of the deities assembled. So loud and enticing was the uproar she created that Amaterasu's curiosity got the better of her and she came out from her cave. Azumi begins her cosmic dance in your life to tell you it is a time to nurture wholeness with laughter. Laughter causes us to relax, enables us to gain perspective, helps us ease through difficulties. Have you been taking life too seriously? When's the last time you had a good laugh? Are you able to laugh at yourself in a gentle way? Perhaps life is challenging you with ferocity that you find it hard to see the humor in your present situation. Azumi says that wholeness is gained when you choose to laugh and see the humor in all of life's challenges. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.